Your tattoo.
Put it closer. Closer.
The story behind your tattoo.
Closer. Children.
Okay, now I understand what you mean when you say it's difficult to work with Chris. The question was, the tattoos that you have. Yes, what is the story behind your tattoo for you and for Mike?
Well, I just got it, I've only had it this new season. I went to Hawaii after last season, and my whole family has it. It's Amakua, which is like a guardian, and it's the mono, which is the shark, and we get it tapped on the traditional way, and it goes down my leg. It's your genealogy, and then this is where your family animal, which is the shark. And yeah, I had it done with my father and my family, and we all have these, and I always wanted to do it, and I kind of did it without permission, but it's something that is very important to me and my family, and so I always wanted to have it done. And so we tapped it on the show and tried to cover it up with other bands for about 5 episodes. So you'll see we could cut offs. It's under there. And that's it.
Have a couple of more minutes for today's panel. Since most of you will be back and Claudia will be the one who won't be with us, I'd like to give Claudia a chance to say a few closing comments. Anything to the fans you'd like to say? Okay.
She said you should stand up and address the fans.
Did she?
Well, who knows? I might have the baby tonight and just will be a little bit busy tomorrow morning.
Claudia, say some loving words to the fans.
Why am I given the great honor and pleasure of this? Is it because...
Because you won't be here tomorrow.
Okay. I'm really grateful that people accepted Vala because she was almost, it was almost as if the intention of the character was to be as irritating as possible. But I had such a ball playing her, and I think so much of how that character came across was achieved by the influence of the buoyancy on set and the atmosphere that you guys created every day, and I don't know, I wouldn't want to do comedy or attempt comedy any other way than to work with people like you guys, and so it's an equal, doses of gratitude to both the guys in the audience who've accepted Vala and to you guys for helping me create her, so thank you very much.
As we begin to close this panel for this afternoon, I would like...
Did you say we're done?
Not again. Chris rules.
Let's go another 10 or 15 minutes.
We have a panel that we're going to be doing later this evening. We started talking about roles you had in the past, so we dug down into the archives of yesterday, way back, and we found things that you were in many, many years ago. And we call the panel They Were In That. And some of the things that we will be showing are Chris Judge in, let's see, you were in MacGyver with Richard Dean Anderson, and of course Cora Nemec. You played Parker Lewis. Yes.
Bring out Webster on me.
We might. You never know. We have some interesting things. We also have, well, Michael Shakes, we have some interesting old clips from things that you've done in the past that we...
There's not a German film, perchance, is there?
And what we do...
Did someone just yell out gay porn? She yelled out gay porn.
You drew attention to it.
Where do you get that?
But what we wanted to do was just go back and play a little bit with some of the roles that you had been in the past. And we'd like to invite you down to the Hong Kong room later on tonight if you'd like to take a look at some of the roles that your colleagues have been in that maybe they would like you to never have seen. So consider joining us later tonight for what we call They Were In That. And there was a question that popped up. I think that this was more a Chris to Michael question. I think I heard you talk about it on a panel in the past where you asked Michael, what's with all the frowning? So is that something that you've often wondered why Michael frowns so much as far as his Daniel character?
Well, actually, when I call their house and annoy them and say, we're supposed to be family, I haven't seen you in 2.5 days. And Lexi answers the phone, I always say, so where's the frowner?
No, generally you say...
Okay, but we can't say that because there's kids. Well, I have this joke that, well, Shanks used to be the bitters man in show business, but now it's the cat from the Dallas Star, who has surprised me that he's even bitterer than you are. But it's a joke, just because Michael's not a morning person, and I am. And I can be the most grating person on the face of the earth, especially if I see that you're not liking it. So every morning for the last 11 years, he comes within an inch of stabbing me in the eye with a powder puff.
There's a slight misconception about this to say that Chris is a morning person. As you can tell, he's kind of an all-day person. And usually, especially in the early days of the show, morning was actually just a succession of the evening before. So when you're showing up and you've had about 4 hours of sleep because you're memorizing your oodles of dialogue and he's got one line for the entire day.
Indeed.
Comes in still half drunk from the night before with a big smile. Any of you that are married to a morning person, you know what that's like. And that's kind of what the last 10 years has been for me. Yeah, I married Kristen for years.
This is true. I wanted to force on that. Right now. And the half hour was next time.
It's time. We have got to close this panel. We have another panel coming in, but they'll be back again tomorrow.